Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Humble Bundle Awesome Games Done Quick 2024 bundle of January 2024. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the link provided in the description below, not only will you gain access to this bundle, but you also have the opportunity to support this channel. Your support would mean the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have Bayonetta, a combat-focused action game about a witch with magical hair, made its way to PC after 8 years since its console release in 2009. This PC version stands as a definitive edition, offering 4K support and stable frame rates, showcasing how to effectively port a classic. The game immerses you in a world of witches, angels, and a mystical MacGuffin in the fictional European city of Fagrid. Bayonetta, armed with guns on its stiletto heels, engages in a sprawling backstory filled with detailed lore. The plot, centered around Bayonetta, her relationships, and her amnesia, adds layers to the engaging narrative. Bayonetta's combat system is the heart of the game, featuring an exceptional blend of combos and dodges. Executing well-timed dodges triggers witch time, slowing down enemies and rewarding precise counterattacks. The combat, revolving around combos, dodges, and a graceful incorporation of Bayonetta's character, offers a fluid and engaging experience. The variety in combat and environment design, along with special sequences like fighting on speeding vehicles, adds excitement and diversity to the gameplay. Despite aging graphics, locations like Paradiso look visually appealing. The PC version delivers stable performance at modern resolutions, a significant improvement over the original console releases. While Bayonetta exhibits some relics of its era, such as occasional QTEs and transition issues from cutscenes to combat, it remains a joyous and entertaining experience. The exceptional combat system, combined with the benefits of the PC port, solidifies Bayonetta as one of the best action games that you can play. This great port ensures that Bayonetta remains an essential hack-and-slash title. And number 2 we have Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition, a raucous post-apocalyptic first-person looter shooter adventure in a wild world called Pandora. From the outset, you find yourself amidst chaos, murderous robots, psychotic marauders, and a charismatic yet psychopathic antagonist, Handsome Jack. As you navigate this mayhem, the game's narrative unfolds with an energetic soundtrack that elevates the combat experience. In the realm of Pandora, chaos is king, and you, armed to the teeth, are caught in a relentless conflict against Handsome Jack, the malevolent antagonist. The story, unlike its predecessor, weaves a coherent and intriguing narrative, offering a tale of vengeance against Jack's vile machinations. The plot's focus on revenge is complemented by a cast of miscreants and outcasts, adding depth to the game's engaging storyline. However, Borderlands 2 is not for the faint of heart. The M-rated game rightfully earns its rating, featuring explicit content, profanity, and violence, so you have been warned. Despite this, the game's portrayal of Pandora, a godless and immoral world, serves as a thought-provoking backdrop for players to draw their conclusions. The gameplay, marked by excellent hit detection and fluid controls, delivers an engaging experience. The combat's true challenge arises from the variety of foes and their consistent behaviors, akin to the approach found in the Halo series. Presentation-wise, Borderlands 2 thrives on its self-referential, idiomatic style, shattering the fourth wall and incorporating numerous pop culture references of its time. The voice acting, particularly Damon Clark's portrayal of Handsome Jack, stands out, contributing to a stellar performance overall. Pandora itself is a lush and varied world, featuring diverse landscapes and a captivating day-night cycle. The Game of the Year edition introduces additional content, including expansion campaigns, new character classes, and raised level caps. The DLC enhances an already substantial offering, doubling the length of a full playthrough, and providing new ways to experience the game. Borderlands 2 delivers an exciting and addictive FPS experience with a unique blend of action and RPG elements. The DLC content enriches the game, making it a highly recommended choice for mature gamers who can navigate its challenging themes. In Pandora, there's still no rest for the wicked, and Borderlands 2 ensures that the chaos remains thrilling and entertaining. Just note that this edition does not include the Commander Lilith DLC. And number 3 we have Celeste, an engaging and vibrant platformer that offers a challenging experience while incorporating a compelling narrative. The game adds a story to a genre that often lacks one. In Celeste, you play as Madeline, a determined young girl on a mission to climb the treacherous Celeste Mountain. The mountain is dangerous and seemingly haunted, but Madeline sees it as a personal challenge to overcome her own struggles. The platforming gameplay requires precise movement, quick reflexes, and careful navigation through various hazards like spikes, falls, and red ooze. Madeline can jump, dash, and climb walls, with additional abilities and modifiers introduced throughout the game. One notable aspect of Celeste is its incorporation of a narrative that aligns with its gameplay. The story revolves around Madeline's journey to find inner peace and deals with themes of self-discovery. The game's difficulty is intertwined with the protagonist's mindset, creating a meaningful connection between gameplay and storytelling. The moments of triumph and failure experienced while playing mirror Madeline's emotional and mental struggles. The game introduces characters haunted by their own demons, adding depth to the narrative. While the platforming remains challenging, Celeste strikes a balance by including open-ended areas focused on light puzzles, serving as tutorials for new gameplay elements. The game offers a sense of progression and accomplishment, making it accessible to players who may not typically finish difficult platformers. Despite its strengths, Celeste has a few drawbacks. Some players found the sections involving wind to be tedious and momentum-breaking, detracting from the overall experience. However, these moments are relatively infrequent. In conclusion, Celeste stands out as an engaging and challenging platformer that successfully integrates narrative elements into its gameplay. It offers a paced experience, allowing for moments of reflection and triumph. Whether you enjoy platformers or are seeking a game with compelling story, Celeste is highly recommended. And number 4 we have Sprawl, a first-person shooter that channels the retro charm of old-school FPS like Quake, Half-Life, and Deus Ex, delivering a fast-paced dystopian experience reminiscent of Ghost Runner and Doom 2016. In the 5 hours it takes you to complete the game on normal difficulty, Sprawl impressively scratches that cyberpunk itch, despite a couple of minor glitches and finicky platforming issues. As 7, hunted by the oppressive authorities of a walled city, you embark on a mission to end the military junta's rule. The story unfolds through a mysterious voice in your head and text introductions, providing enough context for your citywide slaughter. Sprawl's narrative takes a backseat to the gameplay, emphasizing high-octane action and fluid movement. The combat in Sprawl is a heady mix of fast-paced, balls-to-the-wall action, requiring constant mobility to survive the onslaught of threats. The variety of weapons and enemy types keeps the combat engaging, presenting a compelling puzzle to solve. The game's difficulty ramps up significantly in the second half, offering a challenging and rewarding experience for players. While Sprawl excels in combat, it introduces brief moments of platforming and item collection, occasionally feeling superfluous. The game's boss battles, though somewhat repetitive, add an extra layer of challenge and variety to the campaign. The soundtrack, sound design, and visuals contribute to the overall experience, creating a cyberpunk atmosphere that complements the supersonic gameplay. Despite minor traversal issues and a frustrating late-game bug, Sprawl stands out as an excellent retro shooter with modern sensibilities. Its fluid movement, gratifying combat, and bombastic soundtrack make it a fantastic and challenging FPS that will satisfy your violent urges for a thrilling half-dozen hours. Embrace the challenge, and Sprawl will deliver a supremely satisfying shooter experience. And number 5 we have Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, a Metroidvania game with anime-style characters. The game is set in 18th century England, where the Guild of Alchemy tries to prove its relevance by summoning demons using crystals infused into humans. This leads to a devastating massacre, leaving only 2 survivors, Giebel and Miriam, a shardbinder who wakes up after 10 years of slumber. As a shardbinder, Miriam can absorb demonic powers and use them in combat. The game offers a diverse range of weaponry and magic, allowing players to customize their playstyle. The castle where the game takes place is filled with detail, and each area has its own unique personality. The lore of the castle can be discovered through scattered books, and the combat mechanics offer various combos for each weapon type. While the game received praise for its combat and boss fights, some players found it to be too easy when exploring the castle. However, the difficulty can be adjusted, and the challenging boss battles provide an enjoyable experience. One criticism is that it's easy to get lost or unsure of where to go next, as the game allows for non-linear exploration. Acquiring the true ending can also feel like a scavenger hunt, without any walkthroughs. Overall, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is a highly enjoyable game. The customization options and satisfying boss encounters make it a recommended choice for fans of the genre, both now and in the future. And number 6 we have Astalon, Tears of the Earth, a retro-style action-adventure game. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world, where 3 heroes must venture through a massive tower to stop a mysterious force that threatens their world. The gameplay revolves around exploration, platforming, and combat. Players control the 3 heroes, a warrior, a mage, and a rogue, each with their own unique abilities as they traverse through the tower's various floors. Each floor is filled with traps, puzzles, and enemies that players must overcome to progress. One of the strengths of Astalon is its tight and responsive gameplay mechanics. The platforming and combat feel satisfying and engaging, with a range of enemies that require different strategies to defeat. The heroes' unique abilities provide a sense of variety and make exploring the tower more enjoyable.
The game's difficulty can be challenging with a steep learning curve, but it's never unfair. Players will need to explore and experiment to progress, but it's always satisfying when they figure out a challenging puzzle or defeat a tough boss. That is if they don't break their keyboards or controllers in the process. Overall, Astalon Tears of the Earth is a fantastic action-adventure game that successfully captures the essence of classic NES games while adding its own unique twists. Its responsive gameplay, excellent presentation, and challenging difficulty make it a must-play for fans of the genre.
And number 7 we have Sonic Adventure 2. A high-definition re-release of the classic game from 2001 beckons you to relive the nostalgia of rolling around at the speed of sound. Originally on Dreamcast and GameCube, this incarnation brings both the highs and lows of the past into the present. The game unfolds through 2 intertwining stories, Hero and Dark, featuring 3 mission types each. Sonic and Shadow provide fast-paced 3D platforming, Tails and Eggman engage in robot-induced mayhem, and Knuckles and Rogue embark on scavenger hunts. The nostalgia, however, is tainted by the frustrating controls and a camera that seems stuck in a bygone era. Navigating levels becomes a cumbersome task due to the camera's limitations, often leading to blind leaps and occasional frustration. Boss fights, while occasionally creative, suffer from monotony, with unclear weak points extending some encounters unnecessarily. The story mode, initially feeling like a chore, reveals its silver lining upon completion. Sonic Adventure 2 opens up with alternate objectives that add a touch of variety, encouraging you to explore and replay levels for emblems. However, additional modes like kart racing and boss rush fail to captivate, with the former being notably lackluster. The Chow Garden, however, is a standout feature and remains a compelling distraction. The garden transforms Sonic Adventure 2 into more than just a 3D platformer, evolving into one of the greatest pet simulators of all time. The HD graphics, though not perfect, present a suitable facelift, and the iconic if divisive soundtrack retains its charm. Sonic Adventure 2 is a mixed bag. Nostalgic enthusiasts may find solace in the Chow Garden, but the wonky controls and aging platforming mechanics serve as a reminder that time hasn't been entirely kind. For those seeking a trip down memory lane, Sonic Adventure 2 is a blend of the good and the not so good, a testament to an era where 3D cameras were yet to find their footing. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, a DLC for the base game, offers additional characters, 2-player battle maps, and Chow Karate. Apparently the DLC is worth playing for Chow Karate alone. But the serious question is, are you a karate person or a karate person? And that's all for this bundle. This bundle is actually pretty awesome, definitely an insta-buy. But, and there is a but, considering that these games are quite old, you may have some or most of them already. It does have a good mix of mainly high action or platformer games. So if you like some fast-paced games or platforming, this bundle could be for you. Especially Borderlands 2, which I still occasionally play to this day. Only thing is that the jokes may be dated by now, and some may find them offensive because it wasn't very PC back then. In any case, kindly show your support by liking and subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to connecting with you in the upcoming video.